I'll be here. Well, not all week. I'll be here tomorrow.
But tomorrow.
You make statements when you know all the information the players don't.
So, yeah,
You think I'm an idiot, bro? You think I'm just talking out my butthole?
Nailed it.
Think I haven't been in this situation
Here we
before?
go. KCP gonna be able to full buy into this one against the bonus of Sentinels. A chance for them to put their best foot forward, as they're obviously gonna have their raise looking to use the boom bot to get a little bit.
You're
of
the one
control.
talking
They're
with no
gonna follow it up
information.
with a big Fountain's presence as
All
well.
right.
It's just the Viper again, kind of
Got
being
nothing.
the presence maker at A, but solo. But they can always double back if they so choose, depending on how things go with this long B aggression.
Recon Bolt will not find information outside of the 2 taps that came through.
Oh, so much info. Oh my god. So much info. That was a mistake on why is it KCP? Isn't it Pioneers? Shouldn't it just be
I mean,
like
Shazam spotted 3 players there.
what's KCP?
They're going to be feeding Scourge the herb, try to set up his ult for later, which would be very powerful, of course. And we'll try to maybe fake a little bit.
This could work really well if they do this
so that's kind of the thing.
correctly with the right
Flexible as
timing.
well with that Viper
Sick.
wall. So they have a lot of options. It's making
Kansas
Sentinels
City
kind of reconsider this
Pioneers.
rotation. They're throwing 2 players back now.
What?
Jayla's going to use that boom bot to clear out. They're going to be definitely going for this A punch, or B punch rather. No doubt about it.
What the fuck? Kansas City? Where's that?
Before he eventually joins this. And there's the poison clouds. And oh, how about that? The gate crasher through the teleporter through long. Actually could
Sentinels aren't
trigger
biting,
that
though.
sound to keep Sentinels. Yeah, there's
That was not the right way to bite that.
Scourge will find elimination, no problem. Dapr
That's not how you bite a fake with Yoru's TP. You can't just... Okay, if you're up against a Yoru and you hear double TP with no presence at all, that doesn't tell you that they're TPing to do an A hit. That tells you that they're faking.
Agent that has the capability to fake teleporters. You always have to have that in the back of your head.
If you want to pull off that play that Pioneers was trying to do right there, you set up those TPs, you set up those footsteps, but you make presence and you feel the pressure. They use their defensive abilities. They're spamming, they're re-smoking, whatever. You make it look like you're hitting, and then you fake, and then you hit.
You can do some reactionary plays and double back to A if you feel like you need to.
So hopefully the next time Pioneers try something like that, they do it that way. They obviously are good enough to probably realize, like, okay, shit, that didn't work. Clearly, they had 3 people there.
Grab an ultimate orb, and then Scourge will just teleport away to stay safe. But again,
Did you enjoy CSGO Pro? I did. I thought it was awesome. It was a blast. I enjoyed playing at a professional level. It was really, really fun, and I think it helped me, develop my skills more as a player and develop me as a person. I learned so much about fucking everything and just myself and the world. Ooh. It was an awesome experience. Playing professional was an awesome experience. Would I ever do it again? Hell no.
Be able to have some success getting some, more forward presence on some of these sites and start getting some spike plants.
Yeah.
But then it's going to be about, again, can they fend off some of the retakes? So yeah, we'll have to see. This is their next opportunity. Looks like again they're just gearing up to go heavy-handed at B early.
I like that wall.
While keeping the Viper still, of course, a presence over on the A side. He's not putting the wall down this time, though. Or he puts a different one down now.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, it threatens more of the, like...
Why not? Because I've been there, done that. And now I'm moved on. I have different different passion, different different things I want to do.
I think he saw 2, actually.
Different way of how I want my life to go. Like, it's really that simple. You just don't want to do it anymore.
Could also try to help out with this, depending on what information he got off that too. So.
Yeah, seeing that he sees 2 long and they had the Viper spit established on short themselves, and they feel pretty good. They have a good read. Oh, that
Different passions.
Should have hit. That was so close.
Different responsibilities, even.
Damage was confirmed. Scourge going to use the drift to get
life, really. It's just life.
First time now that for the KC Pioneers, they will actually get a foothold on a zone. Shazam still trying to lock things down. The
oh!
Also pop. Shock dart comes through. Going to find a bit of damage, but unfortunately he gets caught trying to bring out the weapon. With that, Pioneers finally on the board. I mean, it was 4 rounds and only 4 total kills through those 4 rounds. Finally, they're able to start tallying up some success.
Yeah, that was really well done. Obviously great use of the ult there for Scourge to get into the center of the site in that container, and obviously they had good smokes as well.
Worst part of being a pro?
Make sure they could get in there things, and so their first
You
attack
guys
is
in
on
chat.
the board.
By far.
Still, though, Sentinels, of course, able to full buy, no problem. Opt for Shazam, actually going to be coming into this one as well, it looks like. Maybe looking to get a peek down long be this time and actually get a frag rather than just getting a dart out. But we see Pioneers also looking to make their own pivot for some early showers control.
And that's going to be showstopper earned for JMO. Never mind.
Goodbye.
Sick pushes forward, following up on the paint shells, 1-for-1 engagement.
Like, you guys in chat are great from a casual perspective because you're all a bunch of fucking casuals. There's things to there's relatability and shit, but when you're at a pro level and it's still you guys are fucking lost talking out your assholes, right?
They would like to, so they could definitely still make something of this even without that ult. They still have From the Shadows available for Stuba. And use that to get behind enemy lines or get in
From a streaming perspective, dude, you guys are amazing. You guys are what makes live streaming so fun. But from a professional standpoint, you guys are the fucking problem. You guys are not professionals.
Realistically, this is to play his life from this position.
You guys don't know a damn thing.
Okay, good. First elimination 1. Gonna have Shazam watch.
And that is the worst part about being a professional player.
But again, Physic is gonna have some space to get the plant out. This is decent news once more for the Pioneers. Shazam going for the Hunter's Fury, looking for an elimination, but at the incorrect space.
He tried to squeeze deeper in the corner.
So at least some more damage confirmed.
Yeah, actually, they're pretty lit up over here on the KCP side of things, and fully healthy on all 3 remaining players for Sentinel, so they still have a good chance at
He
this.
wants to ult so bad, but he's in such a bad spot. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. Bro, he had time. You had a player elbow. You had a player... Oh, my soul, my heart and soul. That hurts, man. You had a player elbow, and you had a player hookah, and he wanted to get out. He wanted to get out so bad. He had a window. He had a tiny window to get out. And the second he decided not to do it, you can't do. There's like special timing to do something like that. He had a 1 to 2 second window when he droned and saw them all. That sucks. Sucks.
Could have worked, but it had to be timed perfectly with your teammates to make sure you overwhelm, the player who's getting pinched on site. And so the idea to
I know when you're in that position, when you know you should do something, but you don't do it, but you know you should have, and then you just got to adapt. You got to go with what you did. And then you look at the round after, and you're like, man, if I just would decided the other thing. Ugh. That feeling.
I don't even know if he shot it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So they may not know that they're up against that.
Here we go. Physic looking to convert first blood. Trying to track down zombs. Hits him once, but did not finish the elimination. So at least they know that U-Haul is slightly weakened up. You still have that same wall from the opening round to cut A in half, but star placement comes through late, and the Pioneers are going to have to figure out if they really want to deal with this.
Yeah, it's the first time they will have used this wall to actually attack into lands. Like I said, those stars, those grab walls could come out or stuns, and they're going to try to go for it. And there is the grab well, but the rocket still punches through the cloud and takes zombs down, gives him access to this site. Sick, though, quick to trade and keep his team in the fight.
Scuba just ran in because he assumed it was clear. Kind of makes sense. You blew one up. Probably not another.
Around the back again. Six somehow still finds elimination. He's at 10 HP throughout that elimination. JMO trying to keep the play up. 2v2 though. Shazam on the way forward. Not going to find the kill. It's just down to Sick at absolutely critical.
It's a little weird from Shazzy right there. It's a little weird.
Not going to happen.
They have to plant.
Things up. Pioneers earn themselves another round.
Yeah, good trading from them. Being able to get down zombs with the showstopper, get into side.
But yeah, like to expand on more, to expand a little deeper on what like the true meaning behind you guys being the worst part about being a professional. It's not the players that are sitting. It's not the people in chat that are sitting there and just enjoying it. That's great, whatever. It's the people that are sending literal death threats to people for losing. It's the people that are critiquing every little mistake that's made, and not understanding why they don't even understand why they're critiquing it. They're just doing it, right?
Ooh, dicey interaction right through showers, but it still in the end results in what Sentinels came from. I have to say it was someone from JMO. JMO, I think, sent one out. It happened so quick. I mean, Sick put it right in the middle of the alleyway. So, like, unless it, just barely bounced him back.
Yeah. Still good value. TENZ gets the frag. They get away. Yeah. They have a 5-on-4. So, I mean, it's not as if it was all for naught. Scourge going to be able to build up his ult. That could definitely be a big piece. They also have Viper Spit for post-plant if they can break open the site with Scourge. So, It definitely still has some.
That's
weight
got to be the
into
worst
this.
thing I've.
Just about
That I feel like what I just read in chat is worse. Somehow, some way, it's worse than. It's worse than people actually sending death threats. Somebody just said, "What's the big deal with death threats? It's not like we're actually gonna kill you."
Shazam on the flank again finds himself scuba, and now it just comes down to Scourge. 1v2 situation, caught between both players with no spike. And time is becoming a problem. He
What
feels
the
that goes
fuck
right to the
is
same
that
way
mentality?
just cost him per round. I'm not gonna lie, he's down to 10.
Ooh,
Yeah, tries to fake
played him.
gonna force Shazam to rotate straight into. Oh, that was labored. He does get the frag. Now he can fake it again. This time he's committing to it, however, but it throws some doubt into dapr.
The commitment will be there though.
What
Dapper's
the-
gonna hear this. Scourge gonna play for the elimination.
You know what I thought Scourge was gonna do with Bjor right there? He just tried to pull a Hiko. What I thought Scourge was going to do, he sent the TP, the footsteps, he baited Shaz, and then I thought he was going to right-click his TP in A, so leave his TP in A, teleport, TP back to A, wait a couple seconds, and then plant. Because then he would have went all the way to B. That's what I thought he was going to
That
do.
was just a weird throw that, I mean...
Yeah, I think it went out too far. I think
Yeah.
it also partially due to the fact that he got flashed, I think, as he was tossing it. Either way, they were able to get, you know...
I think Scourge just kind of went... That was one of those situations where it was just, he was just a little in over his head, and you, in order to perfect those situations, you have to be in them a lot of times. And that might have been a situation where he wasn't in as much. He clearly was there for the footstep read, but he still had that gate crash read, which could have been, woo, it could have been another level. Could have been another mind game, but I mean, you learn from experience, right? So who knows how many times he was in that situation before.
Actually could have it next round, somehow he finds a kill here. And again, they still have Viper Spit for Odorous.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, at what point do you want to try to even, you know, use this? Because
for sure.
Yeah, because you've got so much money built up for Sentinels at the moment. And they're so comfortable, and you have to try to force out some sort of a
Best
play.
part about being a pro?
Things have gone missing.
Competing on land, for sure. Competing in front of people is amazing.
Spamming through. That'll be enough for eliminations to come out. So 2 kills, plus, like you mentioned, the ultimate being earned for the KC Pioneers. You just wonder, you know, is it enough? Because you feel like you've got to find 4 here on this half of your KCP.
Between Scourges, all the From the Shadows and the Viper's Pit, surely they combine those 3 for a victory. I mean, you figure you can use the Omen ult to either fake or get behind enemy lines while you're also envising your Yoru in the place, and then you have Viper's Pit for post plant. So I mean, if they do it just right, it should be a lot to handle for Sentinels all at once.
Traveling's pretty bad too, right? I mean, it depends on the person. I'm not a very big travel person. I always hated traveling. But some people love it. Some people love it. I mean, if you think about it, it's cool. You get to travel the whole world. That's awesome. Like the amount of places I've been through my Counter-Strike career, fucking insane. I feel like I've been everywhere.
And Scourge is going to be in a really weird spot. Actually has to teleport away. So now here comes the take. Hookah's been alleviated. Beyond that, you also have Shazam, who's backed away from the outside.
Oh!
And with that, Scourge will find first blood, spamming through the container of the Odorous. TENZ trying to respond to as many as he could, but all 5 were looking at him, and he only finds 1.
Just play a game already. This game's in the bag. Not yet. Not yet, man.
Oh my goodness! Jumping in to disrupt the spike plant.
I know it's a 7-3 scoreline, but still, this could quickly be a 7-5 win pistol 7-7 real quick, literally.
If he could just slip into the container, he may stay alive. Like, that would have been a potential second if he could have stayed through that first elimination, but now it is just down to zombs. 1v3 situation. Not looking great for him overall. And beyond that, I guess I'm a bit surprised and have to kind of catch myself here because I've been
Favorite place you've been?
I
I mean, other than
there were a couple of players
here,
who were actually
California.
1,500 credits, so this will be really interesting. And just coming off this 3rd round win.
I feel like that's kind of cheating because I live here, right? But other than that,
yeah, not quite sure. Or they have a few alts at their disposal. I think they have Empress available, I believe. I think they have Hunter's Fury available now as well. They have those in play. I'm not sure about firepower quite yet. We'll have to see.
Australia was pretty freaking sweet,
Indeed, they will be able to
honestly.
get some rifles for, but it's stinger only for zombs, and it looks like there's a Shazam. Not sure what they'll have. Shazam is going to have a Phantom, and looks like we see a...
Cali sucks. Yeah, those are just the people that can't fucking be here, bro.
I mean, do you agree with the
I
call
get
for
it, man.
first?
I get it.
Upset
I
the
understand.
If they lose, they're approaching max loss bonus, so they might be able to get a little bit of something next round, even if they lose here. So I like it. Gives them a chance to get the round win here and still count with a 9-3 half, so...
I get why California sucks. I get it.
Especially because they have
Okay.
ults to play around these weapons as
Yeah,
well.
that's Empress in specific. Is
expensive. I know. I know.
Six been spotted by Physic there on the drone, so just kind of, again, putting that presence on A, but not necessarily committing to it. They're getting some stars down out of the Astra. Now they're pivoting back over. Scuba still has, you know, presence outside of Hookah. He's going to go ahead and put one down on the window. So, again, they're kind of, you know, pushing and pulling back and forth with this Viper wall and this Omen and making it hard for Sentinels to kind of settle in and know what they're up against, but it seems like it is going to be an A attack here.
Calling us poor. I mean, that's the con. That truly is the con. California is expensive. Not all of California. Just, it depends on where you want to live. Like, it's expensive. I get that. Oh, what the fuck? He just dinked him. What the? I can't believe he just got away with two. That's insane. Okay.
Comes down to KCP. They have to force their way forward. Line will go out to try to clear U-Haul, but Zombs is still in a position with the Stinger maybe to find some action. Not going to fully come through. Shazam with the Hunter's Fury tries to deny this spike plant. 13 seconds on the clock. You've got to find a way to plant this. It's a 2v3 situation, and Odorous is not in a comfortable spot to see the site. He's going to crit the Viper's Pit. Trying to stick down for
This is so weird. They're so deep in spawn.
But a 3v2 situation, and it's quick to try to reach.
Oh! Oh my god. They're playing so well right now. Holy shit.
Just down to Shazam. 1v2 still has to do with the Viper's Pit. No recon bolt to use. Right on in. Finds the first. Down to 7 HP, though. And it's JMO in U-Haul. Phantom v Phantom action. Still some time to play with here for Shazam. And it looks like Shazam is not confident on where JMO repositioned to.
Hold on.
And in that second guessing nature, JMO peaks, finds elimination, and KCP find 4.
I'd rather live in San Diego than LA. Oh, for sure. San Diego, yeah.
Gets a couple of big kills with that Spectre. You're starting to really
I would rather live in San Diego than LA as well. I agree. If I had a choice between the two, and those are my only choices in the world, LA or San Diego, I choose San Diego 100% of the time. You're absolutely right.
4 rounds. Sentinels still able to get the full buy here. They got Phantoms across the board. Or not Phantoms, Spectres across the board, I should say. So I mean, at least they got a little bit of something. They have
That's the thing. When everyone says Cali sucks, they think LA. California is fucking huge. California is huge. And it is different. You go 1 hour in one direction, you are somewhere else. It's amazing. California's amazing. It's not just LA. It's not just LA. LA sucks. Can't argue that. So I hate when people say California sucks. They mean LA. That's what they mean.
Certainly not.
Just say LA sucks. Just say it. Everyone knows it.
Really uncanny.
Just say that. That's all right.
Could very well have substantial impact here, especially if he and dapr are kind of able to work together on pinching out through Hookah.
Oh, nice. I can't believe he went for the shot. He could have just walked out a little bit, but he didn't want to risk someone else being there on the left or some shit.
dapr are going to need to try to keep this life outside Hookah. Poison Cloud will come through. Sick wants to try to clear with the showstopper, and he actually forces them to teleport over towards main. You already have Odorous in a really forward position.
But like, if you say LA sucks, you just don't like big cities, right? I hate LA. I hate New York. I don't like the big city life. I don't. It fucking blows.
Yeah, he knew Physic was there because he got shot at as he was running through the teleporter.
Downtown anything is terrible. It is a nightmare.
TENZ gets one of them already in showers.
On Physics in a really weird spot. Does have
oh my god.
Has to use these quickly though. First one comes out. TENZ gonna stick for it. He's gonna survive through and be able to secure the defuse. So look at
why didn't he? He could have used his recon and spammed him with ease.
Comes through for Sentinels the force buy and they lose it. They're stuck in a similar position, but this time they clutch up an 8-4 half.
Indeed, they do. So a pretty solid defense there.
Toronto? Yeah, downtown Toronto sucks too, man. Any major, like any big city just fucking sucks.
Find some opportunities here and there. Again, I like some of the ideas they had, how they were using their Viper wall, how they were using, you know, Omen and Raze to pressure hookah and Fountain. Try to, you know, push and pull, find little gaps they can try to weave through. Just, again, Sentinels making some big plays along the way, making it harder than to find those opportunities and capitalize on them. Now we come into a 4-8 situation.
Downtown Vancouver.
Like Pioneers really
I actually haven't been to Vancouver, so I can't speak for that. But I'd imagine it's like any other big city. Can't imagine anything different.
Calendars too, because they will be eliminated from the bracket.
Sentinels first blood. Oh my goodness.
You get offers to play pro Valorant. No, I've never gotten an offer. And that makes sense. Why would I get an offer? That doesn't make any sense. It literally makes no sense. Why would anyone offer... What?
Spike being down, so JMO can actually put a hold this a little bit longer. Aldrone will come out, but JMO successfully takes down a second. So things will stay even in the numbers, 3v3. The Sentinels have collected the spike and backed away.
Indeed, they have. Looks like Physic and Scourge are looking to re-aggress Hookah, but together as a unit. Zombs tries to play off a little bit of an off angle, goes down though.
What about big cities you don't like?
It's a man advantage here for Pioneer.
Well, I don't like going through them, whether that's walking around with all the people or driving around with all the people.
I know they're low on health though, so that's what they're kind of trying to chase at, but they don't know about Scourge, who might be playing this close corner.
I don't.
The frenzy. Oh, they spot it now.
I mean, I mainly just don't like all the people, really. It's just way it's so congested. I feel like that all problems that you have stem from people, right? And there's just far too many of them in any big city. Far too many people.
Gonna come through. Scuba from Hookah.
People are always the problem, right? You add too many of them, you get too many variables, and it becomes a problem. That's, I mean, that's it. That's it, really.
Third elimination, Sentinels take the pistol, puts them up 9-4, and that will likely mean a decision has to come forward here for KC if you want to just let a 10th go away.
Is there any big city you do like, though?
I have to say I'm a little surprised.
Well, I haven't been everywhere in the world, so I don't know.
Pioneers get this 3-on-2. I'm surprised they left Scourge in such a, like, tough spot there. Like, if he goes unchecked, sure, he probably wins the round by himself, but it just seemed like a risk you didn't have to take when you're already up 3-on-2. You could play a little bit more standard, play together, and then you probably win the round just off of being able to have, like, superior trade potential.
But a decision that very well could cost.
Yeah. I feel like they left him stranded, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It looks like, just to kind of answer that hypothetical, KC Pioneers have not opted to force buy.
They don't believe he's in there, I think.
With the first 3 kills coming in the first 15 seconds.
And he's actually not in there. He TP'd out. I think this game's over. I'll be honest. They got that momentum right now, 10-4. It's gonna be gun round, I think, right? Yeah, it's gonna. If Sentinels win this round, it's over. I'm gonna leave the stream if they win this round because they're gonna be on their bonus. They're on their spec trees. They're gonna go against rifles, and if they beat the rifles with their SMGs, it's over. It's just done. So let's see what this round. Let's see what happens. Ooh, they upgraded. Interesting. That's a good call. I like that. I like that. The double upgrades with another rifle because of the guy that died. This is good. This is good. I like this. Very, very, very high expectations for Sentinels to win this, actually.
Very well get the 14s we expected to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just didn't really. It took the scenic route to get there.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Just wanted to play an extra best of 3 tonight. Want to get some extra reps in.
What?
That would have been really interesting if the footsteps aggroed the Raze boombot and it blew up on himself. That would have been awesome.
Doesn't miss a thing, dude.
And now it looks like
Have you ever been to Montreal? I have.
They already have full hook control. They're coming up Octagon as well. They have a paint
Couple times.
But yeah, that is massive.
Brilliant timing for it. JMO able to find first blood. They also get the information the spike had been dropped as a part of that. So now.
All right. Well, this isn't looking good for Sentinels. They have deep A main like this is.
If they even want to do that.
Deep A main control or A short control. What?
Already through and potentially going to threaten spices.
Sentinels ain't winning this round.
Yeah.
No way. They're not getting through this. This is gonna be a fucking. They're gonna have to hit some bangers to get through this wall.
Here comes the play. It's going to feel like a square peg into a round hole here, though, for Sentinels.
30 seconds left.
Oh my god.
Huge issue.
Oh my god. This could pay off so big.
Everything. And what? He's just allowed to come through and find one. Scuba doesn't necessarily finish the elimination cleanly, but still gets the trade. Odorous inside the nebula pops out, finds 2 headshots. That's more
It's not over yet.
And for dapr 1v4, no reason not.
Have you been to Dubai? I have.
See if you can make it as
Dubai was
possible,
interesting.
but doesn't
Holy
find
shit, that place
in the
was
first
wild.
skirt. So
Wild.
Pioneers do respond as you would need them to.
Dubai was probably the most interesting place I've ever been.
Now, at least.
Indeed, it does.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was a real place.
I think there's only like 1 or 2 kills separating top to bottom, so they're getting good value out of the entire lineup, and they can keep that up and keep pushing forward off the back of this, you know, first gun run. Definitely still have some chances here to make this map interesting.
In what way?
Now they have to
It
contest
just-
the full buy of Sentinels.
It's just like the vibe of the place was just
Yeah,
wild.
this
It
is a
was
must-win round here for the
it-
Pioneers. And they're gonna
it
be
was okay.
aggressive.
It was not
just the
America,
but also
okay?
the spices.
But it
Flash
felt like
works out
America. It was
beautifully.
really weird.
Dapr could not get
Like,
away this
you would
rainbow
go into
wall.
any store and
The opening
any
statement
single
for the
mall,
Pioneers, they go 2 for
and
1.
it was
Yeah,
all
all
just
the
like
aggression there, and they come
Western,
out good on
every
both
like
ends of
culture,
it.
everything, Chick-fil-A's. It literally felt like you were in America, but you were in Dubai. It was weird.
Oh, I thought he was
I don't know. It's just like the vibe of the whole city was just wild.
Maintaining man advantage is going to be Pioneers.
It was wild.
Very winnable 2v3 situation though, because you're gonna get a 2v2 on the site, and Recon Bolt is just about to be charged.
It was literally. It felt like I was in America
Quietly, though. Oh, but doesn't
without
feel it
American
here,
people.
At least not initially. Physics still fall.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's the whole all the cities, all the buildings, and everything. It was wild. It was just wild. It was an adventure. Felt like it was a very unique place. It was cool.
It's just one of those situations.
The weather,
where,
whew, it was hot.
little lapse
Holy, I liked it.
game
I actually liked it.
might
It
cost
was
us
cool.
ammo can come up. Just had paint shells
But the
inside,
reason
so
I
it's
liked
got
it is 'cause
still
it was like
stuff out to
America,
play with
really.
the Phantom. Running out of time though, and Sentinels have good positioning here.
By that I mean like
Or does
you know, the
Shazam
places you
covering
shop and
at
the
Nick
food
Thomas
you
was
eat.
stolen around you
um,
that could have been really dicey for a moment.
whatever.
But Sentinels recover the 2v3. It puts them up 11-5, and the Pioneers are now staring down what could very well be a smoking gun.
Man, they did such a good job hunting down dapr there as well. Man, you just feel like if he hits that, then this could be a whole different round. Yeah, just a perfect little crossfire established here for these two players to never allow JMO away.
I mean, honestly, I didn't pay attention to that round at all. I was just talking about Dubai.
So it is
So
going to be 11-5.
that sucks.
Last chance saloon for Pioneers.
Sentinels, man, they are just. You can feel the confidence starting to build back in with how they're
Yeah.
playing right now. It's just everyone's taking 1v1s right now at this setup. Dapper's going to just use the owl drone to push in towards A. Screen
Have you
will
been to
fall,
Cuba? Yeah,
U-Haul
I have.
control if he
I
finds
have.
this win versus Scorch.
Multiple
Cannot find
times.
elimination.
Oh,
Sick trying to follow up. Does keep
I've never
pace even
been
at
to like
1v4. So there's still an opportunity, really, for both sides to either hold on to this or execute on this, depending on
like
which
any
side you're in
Asians
for.
places. Like I've never been to Japan, like China. I've never been there.
For Sentinels to use as a way to get into A site. And
Always
push
wanted to
back
go to
so they're gonna
Japan.
off to B. They still have
Maybe
perhaps
one day.
up to block off some of those key angles on B and just try to pounce in and overwhelm Odorous on the other side. Though he is now getting a rotation out of Physic. Sick though, trying to get in, but oh, he has been shot down.
Oh, the kills are not as significant as you would have thought for the KC Pioneers. All three players, as a part of that hit for Sentinels, came out in convoy.
Does Cuba
force,
count as South America?
and they only take away one to the Pioneers. Scourge going to gain some entry when they get back in.
That sounds kinda like a
Now
stupid question, but I don't know.
Finds the first.
Like Cuba and Honduras and like Bahamas.
Knows
Is
there's
that
some jam shots coming out
South
of
America?
Buka. That
Where is
cover's
that?
not going to last forever, and well, he does get a decent look at TENZ, but just too healthy as TENZ. And now series point for Sentinels. Elimination point for KC Pioneers from here on out.
Yeah, I think Pioneers have a good chance at least getting this round though, right? They have a Viper split they could use to lock
It
down one
doesn't.
early. They
Central
have a
America.
Skirt
What
out
the?
there, which
That's a
is all
thing?
the dimensional drift to try
Oh
to
yeah.
push
Well,
it
then I've
in,
never been to South
pick
America.
up
Wait,
something or get some early
is
hits
Brazil
as well,
South
whatever the
America?
case may be, and they
I've been
also have
there.
Stopper available, and
I've
they
been to
have
Brazil.
Viper still, so they definitely have a lot of ways.
Is
to
that
get
South
so far
America?
in the 6th round.
I don't know.
The question will be
Somewhere in the
can
world.
they really keep it going
This
7-0
flat Earth that we live on.
to force an overtime. I mean, that's the tough ask. But I think you just take it one step at a time. And again, this round they have a lot of options.
Drift will come out early for Scourge, just clearing things out. But look at Sentinels. No one has hardly even left spawn.
He didn't even move his crosshair.
He didn't really get too much with that.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was gonna say, if he gets
Well, this
taken
game's
down by
still over.
Shazam
I
and
mean,
Hunter,
there's no
that
way they
really
win
the
7 straight.
super punish.
Or, yeah.
I think you just cleared off so much space, but that will allow the Sentinels to reclaim the lost space. The only thing they're not going to be able to reclaim is the lost time. You're down to a minute 5 seconds, and you still have to make a play.
He knocked like 20-30 seconds off the clock with that play, but didn't necessarily get any kills.
Didn't know you believe the Earth is flat.
Slowing down a little bit. Sentinels, though, now looking to knock on the door of A.
Uh-huh. I don't believe it. I know it.
It's just sitting in Odorous'
It's a difference. All right.
Yep. Gonna get the regen off. Finds one elimination. Showstopper coming through the bolts and raises. Sick. A little bit
GG.
late. Trigger nearly loses his life, but is fine. JMO not gonna find any success with his, but still gets position over the U-Haul. Finds the first. Wants the second.
Unless.
Not gonna find it. Physic and Scourge. Last chance for the KZ Pioneers. One is on the flank. That's Physic. Scourge.
Have you been to Switzerland? That's a true heaven.
So just down to the Pioneers.
I have. Switzerland was awesome, actually. Switzerland felt like I was in. I was in like a fantasy movie or something. It was wild. Didn't feel real. Switzerland did not feel real. It was cool. I went there for because the Logitech HQ is there, so I went there like must have been 10 years ago now. 8 or 9 years ago I went there, I think. Actually, yeah, 8 years ago. That sounds right. 19. Fucking time flies. Jesus. What color would you change your hair? I don't know, man. My hair is, I don't know. My hair looks like blue right now. I didn't want to like go, like the first time I dyed my hair, I like went to an actual spot, like a professional spot. And then after that, just said, screw it. We'll try like our own dye a couple times. Wasn't bad. It just like was blue. Ish. Now what do I do? Do I play PUBG? Lol. Do I play Valorant? Tarky? Yeah, I haven't played Tarkov in a minute. Rust. That's a good joke. It's a good one. Um Rust is fun, but you gotta prep for it, you know? You gotta like get a group together and get a day